breaking news, stay at home. That is the order tonight from 4 state governors as the coronavirus pandemic spreads. Those orders cover 75 million people across the United States.
These are legal provisions. They will be enforced. There will be a civil fine and mandatory closure for any business that is not in compliance. Again, your actions can affect my health.
We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Queens in New York is the worst infected district in what is now the world's worst infected city, and the doctors and nurses don't know what's hit them.
Hell, biblical. People come in, they get intubated, they die, the cycle repeats. It's scary.
Great.
I didn't have to die for that. Found the truth.
losing it. Oh, honey. I miss you so much. I know that I didn't say it enough, but
good afternoon. Let's go straight to the Rose Garden. President Trump about to hold a news conference on the coronavirus crisis.
Today, I'd like to provide an update to the American people on several decisive new actions we're taking.
They didn't have to die tonight. Find the truth.
What's going on?
We are investigating the weaponization of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice. And you want to attend Catholic Mass? There is an informant inside.
Every day is one more headline, telling tales to reach the goal.
Chinese satellite was recently seen beaming down green lasers over the islands.
Cause a brush of exaggeration, what's news is nothing new. Not news, it's strangulation.
Major cities across the country are looking more like ghost towns.
The shelter-in-place order could take hold in the next day or two.
Earth is suffering a crisis of mass extinction on a scale unseen since the dinosaurs.
The EPA is not what it used to be, and it is coming for your land, it's coming for your air, it's coming for your water.
They didn't have to die. 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 I know the truth.
Daddy, where are you? Daddy!
Like the ocean's tide, death comes slowly, but cannot be stopped.
Things are starting to come back to me. Little bits and pieces, but I know there's something there. Something just out of reach that I can't remember. But I know it's there. Alyssa, she did something to me. And now I can't get things straight in my head.
The ominous move tonight in a televised address imposing martial law. So what does this now signal? Also announcing the mass evacuation of civilians.
The proclamation of martial law is not a military takeover.
Ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill.
As Thais woke up on Tuesday and headed out to school and to work, most were just finding out that they now live under martial law.
There have been scenes of unrest where people have been struggling to access basic supplies during the city's harsh lockdown. Videos are emerging from the city showing looting as well as confrontations between the public and police.
This is a civil danger warning effective nationwide. Utmost attention is required. All stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency notification message. This is not a test. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government.
Couldn't
The National Public Alerting System has been activated by the Canadian government. Event type is civil emergency effective nationwide. It is the obligation of the public to pause, listen and respond as directed by this emergency broadcast and the Canadian government.
Esta é uma emergência nacional. O presidente ordenou que todas as estações entreguem esta mensagem ao público em geral. A Defesa Civil ordenou que todos os moradores fiquem dentro de suas casas. Não olhe para fora. Fazer isso colocará você e outras pessoas em perigo. Há relatos de entidades aparecendo no céu. Essas entidades podem ser lindas de se ver, mas vê-las irá colocar você em perigo.
How am I still alive?
We're going to take the first 5 verses of 1 Timothy here because this includes this a prophecy that Paul writes to Timothy here toward the end of this letter. Now the Spirit expressly says that in later times some will depart from the faith by devoting themselves to deceitful spirits and teachings of demons, through the insincerity of liars whose consciences are seared, who forbid marriage and require abstinence from foods that God created to be received with thanksgiving by those who believe and know the truth. For everything created by God is good, and nothing is to be rejected if it is received with thanksgiving, for it is made holy by the word of God and prayer.
I wonder who you were before. Maybe you were a teacher or a lawyer. Maybe you were the guy at Walmart that had to ask me if I was 18 every time I wanted to buy spray paint. Or maybe you were one of them that made this happen. Maybe it doesn't matter who we were. Maybe all that matters is who we are, who we're becoming. You dressed like one of them, one of the OGC, but is that who you were? Or is that who you became to survive? Why am I still alive?
word of. It's called Operation Compliance. It has been initiated. Apparently, this includes full lockdowns, cellular connectivity, and power disruption issues, the activation of the emergency broadcast system, and full martial law. All those found to not be in compliance will be subject to detainment and even
I guess it actually happened. When I left the cabin, I figured something was gonna happen, but I didn't know how bad it was.
The end of the world, we're being told, is now closer than ever it's ever been.
The scientists behind the fabled doomsday clock believe disease, climate change have us on the brink of annihilation. It is now 90 seconds to midnight. That's 90 seconds until the theoretical end of the world.
I've been on my feet for a long time.
The so-called doomsday clock has moved closer to midnight than ever before.
I've passed through dozens of cities and towns, but they've all become like ghost towns.
Eerily quiet in the city that never sleeps.
Power's come on in some places, but I've stayed in the woods, off the grid, alone. Even in the ghost towns, you know they're watching, always watching. It's starting to get cold, the weather's changing. I don't know where to go.
Another day, another... What did I? It's not possible. How could...
Office of Global Compliance hereby orders all citizens to report to... They're gone.
Stand by for an important message from the President of the United States of America.
My fellow Americans, I speak to you today with a conflicted and heavy heart. As I mentioned in my previous address, the formation of the Office of Global Compliance and the implementation of Operation Compliance was solely in the best interest of all of us. Recent world events have caused us to stop and take a look at how we as a country have conducted ourselves and our business throughout our history. And it has caused us to make some changes. And because of that, we are left with no other choice but to enforce the restrictions and mandates of Operation Compliance in the strictest way. Please, my fellow Americans, please comply with the government's authority in this matter. Do not give us any reason to see you or your loved ones as a threat to this, the new and necessary world order. Thank you and God. Thank you and God. Good night.
Another abandoned campsite with the smell of death.
Frequency mode.
Hey. You awake? Hey. You know how to get to Rosedale? To get to where I need to go, I have to nurse my enemy back to health. Sometimes irony can be funny. This isn't one of those times. What are you doing out here? I didn't think the OGC was out this far. Yeah. I know who you are. Do I look like an idiot to you? I thought you were dead. I thought Hey! Hey. Man, you're out. Caleb Walsh, 2619 Russell Street. Family? carrying this whole time? Why didn't you just shoot me? I'm gonna hang on to this.
The good news is we aren't hearing about a great deal of issues, so if you just keep your head down and are being careful, you should be okay. Still, nobody wants to rule it out. While government says relax, there's nothing to worry about. We received an announcement from government officials a few minutes ago that announced shelters were being installed to contain the influx of sick to help those affected outside regular circles. And there's no charge, so those without the funds, such as the homeless, can't seek help without fear of repercussions. While government officials continue to say things are safe and well taken care of, a different thinking seems to be permeating Congress as lawmakers are passing laws that tell a completely different story.
We'll now vote for the Homeland Preparedness Bill. I'm sorry, this section is classified. Funding for first responder personnel would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified.
Concerns over vigilant activity is still high. Guardian Angel, what some call a patriotic militant organization, were turned away by the government in multiple states when they attempted to volunteer their services. This hasn't stopped their leader, who said in a statement that they see the issues on the cover-up and intend to go wherever they are needed. No further statements were made, so it's not clear what their intentions are, but officials say that such actions, taken independently, serve only to hamper the work of first responders and volunteer workers in civil defense that are actually working to clear this up as soon as possible.
Guardian Angels? They're fighting back. What do you think of that?
Okay, there's Bristol. Passed through here yesterday, so I should be here. Okay, a couple more days. I've heard it said that society is 2 missed meals away from complete collapse. But how could we have fallen so far, so fast?
A new world order is emerging. A new axis of world power with common grievances and one common enemy.
The time has come for the world to move in a new direction. We must embrace a new era of engagement based on mutual interest and mutual respect. And our work must begin now.
And the president outlined his vision of a new world order.
One world government, one world economy, it's taught about in the Word of God.
It is official. A one world religion is already official.
Hope is the key.
Hope is the key. Key.
See it, Daddy? No! Look at the play, Daddy.
Find AC, find me. Hope is the key.
Find AC, find me.
Since then, we established
That
nothing less than a new world order. This is the pledge of the world's most powerful leaders.
The things I've seen, the places I've been, it doesn't make any sense. Always watching.
Erica! Darren, come see. Claire! Daddy! Darren, you're missing it.
Erica, Claire, where are you? Oh, what did you do to me? How much longer are you gonna put yourself through this? If I could just remember, you what? Don't you get it? They got you. Did something. You're tagged. I'm tagged. Paranoid much? No. I don't think they're at her tagging people. They're in my head. I can't. Relax. You need to calm down. They're not gonna find you here. Not even this Office of Global Compliance.
Dad? Daddy!
Erica! She's here. She's not. She's gone. No. I can hear. That's what's in your head. The voices. Voices. I can't. I've been seeing him more often now. Him, me, whatever he is, he won't leave me alone. You need me. No. You know you do. I don't.
That's me. Worst part about the apocalypse is sleeping on the ground. You must have slept all right. All right, I'll let you sleep a few more minutes. Oh, I miss coffee. Still got a long way to go, so you're gonna have to pitch in a little bit.
So help me make sense of this. Claire died, but she didn't really die. It turns out she works for the government, and she was spying on Darren, her husband, for God knows how long. We had a funeral for her, but
it was a beautiful service. I think Claire would have.
But she wasn't actually dead. And this whole time, Darren thought that she was. So, if she isn't dead, and she isn't in that urn, then what happened to her? You're not much help. All right, so what do we know? She's a part of this 0 hour proclamation.
She said something about 0 hour. She called it 0 hour.
0 hour?
I don't know anything more than that. She just said 0 hour and that it was enacted or something.
She's supposed to go to this haven, which we think is the town of Rosedale, because some anonymous voice on the radio said something that made us believe it.
When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven.
None of this makes any sense. Done.
It's getting worse.
It starts to officially make you Darren.
Was Alyssa even real? Is any of this real?
Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. He was going to kill you. Maybe I should have let him, instead of... Maybe. But then where would you be? You'd be the one buried in a shallow grave out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, you wouldn't be, because he wouldn't bother to have buried you. He'd have left you out here for the animals to get. Maybe that's what I deserve. You did what you had to do. You did what anyone in your position would do. You survived. I survived. But what good is surviving if you don't want to live as the man you've become? That's a fair question, but let me pose another one. What good is dying for something that goes against everything that you believe? Do you really believe that you'd be dying for a cause? You can't really believe that. If you had let him kill you, you would have just been another victim of a government conspiracy to rid the world of freedom or choice or faith and hope.
Listen to me. I've been hanging around with you too long. I mean, I didn't think you should be out here at all. I thought you should have just stayed in that attic. Nobody knew you were there. You should have stayed at Darren's and let the world fall apart outside your door. At least there you were safe, warm, a belly full of ravioli. I told you I ate all the ravioli. My point is, if you go out looking for trouble, you can't cry boo-hoo when it finds you. You don't understand. It reminds me of this story, right? There's this guy that goes up onto the roof of his house because a flood is coming, right? And he's standing there and he's saying, God is gonna save me. Well, then all of a sudden, this boat comes by and the guy waves to the guy in the boat and he says, no, I'm fine, God is gonna save me. The water keeps getting higher. An hour later, a helicopter flies over top, right? And the guy waves the helicopter and he says, no, I'm fine, God's gonna save me. You know what happened? The guy drowns. The guy drowns. So he goes to heaven and he says, God, why wasn't it a motorboat that... No, wait, that wasn't it. He says, God, the pilot was... That isn't it either. The guy says, Lord, why didn't you save me from the flood? And God says, I sent a boat and a helicopter. What else did you want me to do? Yeah, bingo. My point is, how do you know it wasn't God that showed you the way to the attic? That told you to go to Darren's house in the first place? I thought he wanted something from me, something more. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is a sin.
Good riddance. This place, I can feel the death here. Bad things have happened here. I don't know what's happening to me. It's hard to know what's real and what isn't anymore. But I can't stop. The Office of Global Compliance hereby orders all citizens to... They were here too. Hello? Lights? You must have a backup generator that's still working. Hello? 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 Hello?
To my listeners, you've heard me say it time and time again. It has to stop.
I know that voice. Hello?
In Deuteronomy, it says foreigners who live in your land will gain more and more power while you gradually lose yours. They will have money to lend you, but you will have none to lend them. In the end, they will be your rulers. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven, a respite for true red-blooded American believers, and I knew then that God had directed me here.
What happened here? Who were you? You were trying to find them. Hope? Michael and... There you are. Wow. You really do take me to the nicest places. It smells like death. Probably due to all the blood. Why do you always do that? Do what? Say things like that. Look, man, I'm trying to be your voice of reason. Somehow you've got it in your head that you're this, I don't know, like a good Samaritan or something. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're not. You're just Darren. It's not true. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Whoever's blood this is, I'm sure he thought he was pretty special too. And look where it got him. So, no, you are just plain old Darren. No, I meant for more. There's got to be more to life than just... What? Just surviving? Because you're barely doing that on your own. You don't need any baggage. No. What I don't need... I don't need you anymore. What? I don't need you anymore. Okay. I mean, you do realize that I am your only friend, and I have been for quite some time. Who did you turn to when Claire died? Me. Not anymore. Oh, you are out of your mind. I spent too much time talking and not listening. And looking, but not really seeing. Yada, yada, yada. This is just more riddles. This is what she meant. You need to get your head on straight. No, don't you see? I mean, I've got another chance. Well, here we go. Put on those rose-colored glasses. But for what? Whoever was here, he was doing something. He was trying to help. Help what? These people. They're lost, and I think he was trying to find them. Well, that sounds like a fool's journey to me. Look, Darren, let's get honest with each other, shall we? These people, man, they're not lost. They're gone. Probably dead. Maybe. What if they're not? And what if they're just alone somewhere? Think about it. We've barely come across anyone since... Where did they all go? I told you where they went. No, I don't believe that they're all dead. This is someone's daughter. You got dads and moms and aunts and uncles. These people, they meant something to someone. Well, all these someones that these people meant something to, they're gone too. The Office of Global Compliance took care of that, I'm sure. Look, you've got a lot on your plate. You need to stay focused on finding your wife and this coal lady. You don't need any of this.
When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven. When I...
Well, that was creepy. What if it was a sign? A sign for what? This Rosedale place. What about it? Maybe... Oh, yeah, maybe. Everything's a sign to you now, right? Like this broken old radio comes on and tells you to go to Rosedale. And maybe find Claire and Melissa. And maybe these people too. Oh, you are being ridiculous. I don't know what they did to you back at the cabin, but they've really messed you up. No, I'm fine. I just... these people, they're out there and they're waiting. I just don't know it yet. Oh, and you think it's your job to go find these people? So now you're not just a good Samaritan, you're also Abraham? Like Claire did? Over and over again? Yeah. Yeah, she did try to tell me. I wasn't listening. Who cares? She's gone. You've come to terms with that. And all these sorry souls? They're gone too. My love. Run, find AC, find me. Find me. She's alive. She's not gone. She's out there and she's waiting for me to find her. And Alyssa and maybe these people too. I'm done not listening. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know why. Oh, guess you gotta go find your purpose now. I gotta go. What? Go away. Your work is not done in vain. Is this it? Is this all that's left? One abandoned building after another? Walking from place to place? Looking for something, someone that I may never find. I've told myself that it's surviving. But is it? I mean, is it worth it? Just going through life, surviving? I guess it's better than the alternative.
I hear you! Come out now! I'll shoot!
Hey, is that?
Did you see it, Daddy?
Erica?
Darren, you're missing it.
No, no, you're not here.
It didn't work. You'll never be clean again.
the Office of Global Compliance. All occupants are ordered to surrender immediately.
All occupants are ordered to surrender immediately.
By order of the Office of Global Compliance, all occupants are ordered to surrender immediately.
Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. So he doesn't look familiar to you at all? I told you to leave. Yeah, well, you say a lot of stupid things. I mean it. I want you gone. See, you just hesitated, so you don't actually... I actually do. Go away. Just answer the question. Does this man look familiar to you? Familiar? He's wearing a mask. I can't even see his face. Yeah, well, Einstein, that's an easy fix. Just pull back the mask. Come on, man. Don't you want to know who you killed? He's not dead. Well, no, not yet. But what I want to know is, what is this? Looks like somebody's been following you. Yeah, no kidding. But why? Wake him up and ask him. I mean, obviously he's OGC. This is my backpack. I left this at the house. This man has been at my house. Hope. Hope is the key. Michael End. Michael End. M.E.?
Find M.E.
Find M.E. Hope is the key. In all ways, hopefully, may your story never end. May you dare to be your own individual. May you smell the roses daily, and you'll find that nothing else matters. Michael End. And always, hopefully, never give up. When you find you've lost your way and you feel alone, stay on track. The dark road leads to greener hills. As this book says, there's still hope. Salvation saves, like Maurizio says in the book. Forgive me, please, he mewed. I'm sorry, too, rasped Jacob. And always, hopefully, may your story never end. May you dare to be your own individual. May you smell the roses daily, and you find that nothing else matters. Dare. Hope. Darren. Rosedale. Nothing else matters.
In the end, they will be your rulers. When I came to Rosedale, I found a safe haven, a respite for true red-blooded American believers, and I knew then that God had directed me here.
Rosedale. Always hope, Darren. Rosedale. Nothing else matters. It's a code. Oh. How did she... And always, hopefully, never give up. When you find you've lost your way and feel alone, stay on track. The dark road leads to greener hills. As this book says, there's still hope. Salvation saves. Like Maurizio says in the book, forgive me, please, he mewed. I'm sorry, too, rasped Jacob. Always hope. Find and track green hills. There's still hope. Save. Forgive. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Rosedale. Green hills. Who is this hope? There's... Family. Mother Joyce, Father Jeremy. AC.
Find AC, find me.
AC.
Darren, lower the gun. This is my friend. This is Jeremy. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. I told you. Lower the gun.
Hey man, I'm not looking for trouble. I was just out looking for a second.
Ah! Jeremy. I remember. It was him. What's your story? How do you plan all this? What are you doing with all my stuff? What do we have here? What is this? hurt you.
No!
Subject 1311 is neutralized and in custody. He isn't alone. He has a companion, but he's barely alive. We're bringing them both in. Out.